Some fat ass VeggieTale Corbin Blue hybrid told me I could not even be considered to interview because I was 4 minutes cuatro minutos late to interview.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Just a Girl Show. My name is Janine. If you are new here, if you're new to the channel, of course, hit that subscribe button. Turn your notifications on so you never miss an episode. And if you are a subscriber, welcome back to the channel. So the discussion around accountability within us as women is always being discussed, right? I've talked about it. I've shared my own struggles at times throughout my life, and even throughout within my marriage of sometimes struggling to be accountable and working through it and realizing that it's not end of the world. Just because you own up to it doesn't mean you're a bad person, all the things, right? But we fight so hard to point the finger at everybody else to avoid having to be accountable for our own actions. Right? We want to always play the victim. We want to always find a way to make it about they were wrong. They did it. It's not my fault. It shouldn't even matter when it really does. Right? And these women come to the internet. They know the sisterhood exists on the internet, and they know that there's somebody out here who agree with them. And I think that they underestimate. They're so delusional to believe that everybody's going to agree with their rhetoric, and they have a rude awakening when it doesn't go that way. They see people who feed into delusion every day. You know, you see people cheering on stupidity all day long from the sisterhood. So you feel like I'm gonna get on there and I'm gonna tell my story, and and the girl's gonna agree with me. When it don't go that way, they get very, very, very upset when the sisterhood doesn't follow their lead. So here's a clip for y'all to see this woman who is dead wrong, and somehow it's everybody's fault but her own.
So I'm standing in the fucking rain because at 7:19 in the morning now. Because the fuck? Oh, I thought somebody was pulling up. Because I was motherfucking set to interview for Aldi. Matter of fact, let me show you. This stupid dumbass Aldi right fucking here. That's where the fuck I was gonna go apply, right? Well, I applied and got an interview. So I literally pull up, hop out the motherfucking Uber. 4 minutes. It was 3 minutes, and by the time I got to the door, it was 4 minutes. So why in the fuck I get in there? Whoa, I'm lying. I didn't even get to get in the Aldi. Some fat ass VeggieTale Corbin Blue hybrid told me I could not even be considered to interview because I was 4 minutes cuatro minutos late to interview. Where in the world does it say who is running? Fuck that. Who is running all this like the motherfucking Navy? That 4 minutes of tardiness is automatic. Like, no, you can't be considered. He still took attendance, still took my name down on the attendance sheet like he was finna let me in the door. I don't even understand. And then who has people? A lady. Do you see what I'm wearing? Look at this. It's raining. My edge done curled up. Look at that. I done did my best black girl hairstyle because I didn't have no bundles to show up and do this shit. Just for these stupid motherfuckers to literally. And then I'm in the hood, in the rain. It's not even this gas station. It don't even look like I should go in it, so I'm not gonna go in it. Like what? What the fuck is so important about? Look at them. Nothing to do. What the fuck is so important? I should report they ass to the police because it feels criminal to have a black woman standing outside in the rain with her natural motherfucking hairdo. Mind you, I done flipped, whip, and dipped my motherfucking shit the best I motherfucking could. For you to tell me 4 minutes? 4 minutes. 4 minutes. And I dare anybody in these motherfucking comments to defend a motherfucking corporation against a black woman on my motherfucking phone. I dare you, because I'm gonna fucking find out.
So, you knew you had a job interview. You knew where it was. You knew the day. You knew the time. And you chose to still end up there late. Even 4 minutes late, you're late. You're late. We have to stop thinking that we are entitled to whatever we want. They didn't have to interview you because you were late. That's their policy. Because the reality of it is, you showing up to an interview late says a lot about how you would be as an employee. You may not want to believe it, but it sets the tone. People respect people who show up on time, and on time is actually showing up early. Not walking through the door 3-4 minutes late talking about, oh, my bus was late, the Uber was late, it's raining. We don't want to hear it. We want to make sure that the owners or the supervisor know that you're here. We marked you. You showed up, but the time you showed up is you were late. So when they have to answer to somebody and say, why did this person not get seen or get interviewed? She did show up, but she was 4 minutes late. And the policy is if you are not there on time, you don't get interviewed. And the thing that bothers me is she's trying to undermine, oh, it's just Audi's. This Audi's, like, it's a business. It's a job that has to pay you. So whether you see it as a little old Audi's or a corporate company, it shouldn't matter if it's Audi's, if it's McDonald's, or if it's freaking a corporate office job. That's the problem that I have with this story. It almost gives, well, you didn't care because it's just Audi's. And it was just 4 minutes late. And why would he open the door? All of the, why weren't you there early? Why didn't you prepare yourself for this interview? Like, we have to stop trying to find a way to blame everybody else for the choice that you made. You didn't wake up one day and just decide to go get an interview that day. They didn't call you the day of. They didn't call you even probably the day before. You knew ahead of time. But because we feel like we are bigger than the program, and you're probably used to doing this, and this job said, oh no, this is not it. You cannot show up to a job interview late and then try to blame them. Or trying to find a way to say, let me know if I'm tripping. You are tripping. You were dead wrong, and you shouldn't have been interviewed, because people like this need to be humbled and realize that you cannot do what you want to do. As I said, you're probably used to showing up late. You're probably used to doing whatever you wanted to do, and jobs still seeing you, hiring you, whatever it may be. And that's the part that blows my mind, because I'm going to let y'all hear this other clip that she shared in regards to that response of, well, they be late, so I could be late too. Here's a clip. Let's come back and talk about it.
This is literally not in response like to the person directly, just like the idea of assumptions and shit like that with interviews. I understand being prompt, being professional and all of that. The job has to be professional as well. I've had interviewers be late. I've had interviewers reschedule on me. I've had them have emergencies. I've experienced emergencies. I've worked in corporate fucking offices. I've been a part of HR teams. I have never in my life been invited to an interview and got told I couldn't do it because I was 4 minutes late. Are you cool?
More excuses. Another way to try to say, well, they do it, so should I. Another excuse to be able to say, well, they do it, so why can't I? You're not them. You're not them. Why do you want to do what they do anyway? Why do you want to make excuses? It does not change the fact that if the supervisor was late, the boss, whoever, you don't get the right to do that. And you shouldn't want to do that. Again, trying to compare jobs and what job is more important and what's lower level. You need them. They don't need you. That's a fact. The jobs are hiring, and people are going to fill those positions. So you need them. So to try to find a way, because you are angry and you feeling salty that you didn't get interviewed, you want to find a way to try to make it seem as though they were wrong. They played with you. It's just this little old job in the ghetto, and you need the job, because if you didn't need the job, you wouldn't have been there. But if you really wanted to do things differently, you should have been there on time. You should have made yourself available. You should have did what you needed to do to ensure that you got there, left earlier, whatever needed to happen. And that's the whole thing. People don't want to get places early because they don't want to be sitting around. I'd rather be sitting around early and waiting than to show up late. But this whole color folk time, we gotta stop that. It's just like we gotta stop. That's just another excuse to not be accountable and not be responsible and not be adults. Because nobody gotta care. The job don't have to care about you. They don't have to hear your excuses. They don't have to. And you're used to making excuses and people listening, and this job said, no, we don't want to hear it. You just, sorry, next. So hopefully this woman and any person seeing that video or came across, they realize like you can't do what you want to do everywhere you go. You just can't. And you will get a rude awakening real quick. And unless you're accountable for your actions and you realize what you've done wrong, you will do it again and again and again. That's the problem with these women. They don't own up to their problems, and they keep doing the same thing over and over again. That's why they keep having all these kids and keep blaming the baby daddy. You know, it's you. Close your legs. You don't keep a job because it's you. You keep getting fired because you don't show up on time. It's you. But when you keep blaming the white man, this man, that man, him, her, and her, you're going to always end up in a bad predicament until you own up and take responsibility for your choices. It's that simple. It's not always easy, but it will change your life. And you probably would have had a job. Just saying. But as always, y'all, these are just my thoughts, just my opinion, per usual. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like the video, of course. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next episode soon. Bye.